Hi guys, it's Evelyn and welcome back to my channel. And today I have just come back from my last long run of my London marathon training. Can you believe it? It's been 15 weeks. Yeah, 15 weeks. So the last couple of weeks I've again not stuck totally to the plan. I've done the long runs. So I had the 20 mile on week 14 and then today I did. So I've not stuck to the plan fully, but I've been doing runs during the week, mainly 3 miles minimum. Some of the plan says run 30 minutes here or 40 minutes there. So I've been doing 35 minutes on my 5k runs. Last week I didn't do any training, so my friend didn't call me to do any hill work or speed work, so I didn't do anything last week or this week just gone. Previous week we did some speed work, so it was basically running from lamppost to lamppost, so a sprint from lamppost to lamppost, then a jog or walk for me between the next lamppost up and down this hill. So it was a combination of speed work and hill work in one go. So that was only one session that week, and then the previous week we were still doing our hill training. We did both hill training on that killer hill and some strength training. So the long runs I did stick to. So there was a 20 miler which I ran with my friend, another friend. I don't know if I said about that in my last update, but I'll say it anyway. Yeah, so I ran that with my friend who's doing the virtual run as well. And then last week's long run was 13 miles. And that one I sort of met up with a group of people. The most amount of people I've run with since this whole COVID thing has happened. I've not been running with anybody. I've been a bit weary about running with other people. And so I've only been running with Lucy and her brother and at most 2 other people. And then last long run, the 20 miler, I ran with Kawinda, and she's like the only other different person. So last week, a 13 miler, I met up with, I think there was about 5 of us all together, and they had already started at 9, and then I was running from home to join them. So they were at a meeting point about 3 miles away from me, and they started at 9. I started at 9:30 from home. They ran up the run that I always do. It's up to Harpenden cycle path, and they were doing 8 miles and I had to do 13. And so overall we did about the same when we left. So I joined them, I wanted to join them about 7k. That's how I had devised my plan, because I was saying, oh, they're going to leave at 9 and their average pace is this, so I'll get to their halfway point at this time, and I'm going to leave at 9:30. My average pace is this, and if I follow to the Gypsy Lane car park, I'll get there at this time, so I'll catch up with them at this time. And so I thought I would get to them at 7k for me. I don't know how much they would have run by then, but I would have run 7k. But I actually caught them at 6:55, so not too bad. Near enough. No, not bang on at all, but not too bad. So I was happy with that. And then running with other people was nice. I missed it really. Nice to chat to other people, see how everybody's doing. So that was good to run with them. And then I left them at their meet point because they drove there. So when they got in their cars, I carried on running, and then I finished off my 13 miles. So it was a good run, still slow in parts for me, but I'm so pleased that I can keep running up hills. That is the thing that I never used to do before. Even though I was faster before, my running up hills I could not do. So I ended up just walking up them, sort of speed walking up them. But since doing hill work, funny that, I've been able to run up every single hill that I've run so far without stopping to walk. I've slowed down definitely, but I've persisted and gone up the hill. So even today I did the same. So yeah, so that's really good. I'm so proud of myself out of all the things I've done in this COVID times. That's the one thing I'm proud that I've still been able to achieve something new in this time. So, and then what came through the post this week? Down London Marathon packs. So it came with a little postcard with Iliad, but that's up there in my dream big picture. So I look at that every time I'm in my office area. Then we have this good luck from Flora, who's now an official partner again. And it's just got certain things you should do, a bit of advice, nutrition tips, recipes. So yeah, that's good. Sorry about the paper noises. And then, of course, the thing that makes it feel more real, number. For some reason you get 2. I don't know why that is. I got 2. And you even got pins. Some places don't give you pins anymore. I've got safety pins for ages. It feels like a real race. But yeah. So, it's got real awful quick. So, this time, next week, I will be midway. It's actually 12:15 now. So I would have, if I start at 9, I will be about halfway, or hopefully over halfway, but halfway through my marathon. So my plan is not to start from home, because if I ever have to pass home, I will not leave. So I saw on one of the chats, so Facebook groups, that somebody had a brilliant idea of doing loops so that you can refuel, because obviously we're not going to have water stations out there. So that was a good plan. So my plan, another person, which I'm not fully adapted to this, but that was another good idea. So she also said loops, but she said, or out and backs, but each out and back should be, the first one should be longer, then the next one slightly shorter, and then your last, or however many loops you're going to do, the last one will be the shortest, which would feel better, which was such a good idea. But the loops I planned don't fit into that, which is a bit unfortunate. And I don't want to do them in a different order because of hills. So I've basically planned all the hills on the harder route first, and then a flattish route in the middle, and then the flattest route at the last loop. The first loop is the longest, so that does fit into that suggestion, and that's going to be 10 miles. It's going to go over Alf Brown route, and then some people in our running club are going to set up water stations outside their houses. So I've decided, well, not unfortunately, but they live on the hillier side of my route, so I've basically planned to meet up with them on the longest section of the loop. So I'm considering whether my second loop I won't bother going back to the start point. I'll just carry on, and then I know my water pack will keep me going for 20 miles, and so I don't really need to stop at the second loop, but I thought if I did stop, then I would sort of rest and spread out the load across the whole run. But again, first loop is the hilliest, it's 10 miles or 16.6k, and it passes 2 of the Striders water stations at the end of nearer to the end of the 10 miles, so it fits in perfectly. And then, although they're quite close together, so I'll try to make it a long stretch between the two, so maybe like a 3 or 4k stretch between the two, and then I go back to my car. If I do stop, then I can refill up my water anyway, and then I'll go on my second stretch, which works out to be 11k, and that's going along the Lee Valley Walk, or Harpenden Cycle Path we call it. Yeah, so that's 11k, so that's the shortest loop, but that's more of an out and back. And then the final loop is more into town, and it comes back on the busway, and that's about 13k. So the last 2 are shorter, similar lengths. Yeah, so my route is planned. I only have water. I will order some, because I got my place with Lucozade Sports, so they are giving us, not freebies unfortunately, but they did give us some gels, but I don't really take gels. I have a bottle, but I'm not going to take that bottle with me because I've got my hydration pack. But I will stock up on some Lucozade Sport and have that in the car along with the water. I don't really eat during a marathon, so I'm not sure whether I'll put food in the car as well, but we'll see what I have planned. But yeah, so the route is planned. My long runs are done, training plans done. Really, The final week consists of short, easy runs. So it's one 30-minute run, one 20-minute run, and one it's like a 20-minute, so a 10-minute easy run warm up, and then like interval strides section for about 2 minutes, and then a 10-minute easy run back, and then I think another 30-minute run, and then the big day. And then in between that I do a mile run for my run streak days. So yes, it seems finally I've done a full training plan. I've got back to my longer running distances. My 5k times haven't come back down, but that's to be expected because we're doing longer endurance runs. But hopefully after recovery, after the marathon, I'll get back to doing faster. I think I'll go for faster 10k, not 5k. But yes, looking forward to it now. Really excited, happy to be running. It's a shame that my first London Marathon is not actually in London, but I'm calling it London Luton Marathon, just like the airport. It's called London Luton Airport. So mine is London Luton Marathon. But yeah, looking forward to it. Oh, and then a final update. So I'm looking across my channel, and my channel started off as something to track my hair, my natural hair growth, and then I found running, and then it's sort of taken over my channel. But when I look at the views, when I do a hair related video, I will get more views than all of my running videos combined. So, and also my channel is called Miss E, and everybody else in the running world knows me as either Evelyn, as me, or on Instagram as This Runner Loves Purple. So I've decided to create another channel called This Runner Loves Purple. It's there now, I'll link it below, and I'm going to slowly move across all my old running, or most of my old running videos, if I can download them and move them across to there. And then once that they're all updated, I will start posting just running related videos on that channel and not this one. So if you could please, if you follow me now, if you subscribe to me now, please go ahead and subscribe to that channel, and I will know that you've seen this part of the video as well. And I will do an announcement. I'm hoping that my London Marathon update will be on that channel, but I won't post any new running content on that channel until I've moved everything across, because I still want it to be in the same order if it can be. I know that I can't change the uploaded date, but I can change the recorded date on there. So I just want it to be in that order. So that'll just back up my ideas. That'll just force me to basically do the transfer. I've created the channel and I've put an introduction video on there. So I just need to start transferring it. I got held up because my old Couch to 5k videos don't seem to want to download. I keep getting an error, so I got stuck and then moved on to making bracelets which I have my Etsy shop up and running, so I'll link that below. So if you want to buy a bracelet, I'm also considering doing garment bands as well, so watch this space for that, or watch the other channel for that. But yeah, so that's my channel update. So I hope your training has gone well, and I hope you're all ready to run your own London marathons. And I look forward to watching your updates and your videos. All right, take care, stay safe, and good luck for the marathon. Bye.